नमस्कार दोस्तों एंड वेलकम टू माय चैनल डैम इंजीनियरिंग। तो आज के इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एसक्यूएल का ये क्वेश्चन। द रिलेशन बुक इन विच वी हैव कॉलम्स टाइटल कॉमा प्राइस contains the titles and prices of different books. Assuming that no two books have the same price, what does the following SQL query list? Okay, this is the question. तो हमारे पास एक बुक नाम का टेबल है, ओके, और उसमें टाइटल्स है और प्राइसेस है। ठीक है, so title comma price are the column names. Okay, so no two books can have the same price, so this is really important. कोई भी दो बुक्स की जो प्राइस है वो सेम नहीं हो सकती। ठीक है, what does the following SQL query list is the question. तो ये हमारे पास है क्वेरी। सो वी हैव सिलेक्ट, सो एक ही टेबल है, ज्यादा कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं दिया हमें। सिलेक्ट टाइटल फ्रॉम बुक एज बी। ओके, तो टाइटल हमें सिलेक्ट करना है। वेर सिलेक्ट, अब ये एक सब क्वेरी है। वेर सिलेक्ट काउंट स्टार फ्रॉम बुक एज टी। ओके, वेर टी डॉट प्राइस इज ग्रेटर देन बी डॉट प्राइस विच इज लेस देन 5। ओके, तो आप एक चीज नोटिस कर सकते हो कि यहाँ पे हमने दो अलग अलग एलायसेस या फिर एलियासेस, अलायस कहते हैं, तो दो अलायसेस यहाँ पे यूज किया है। ठीक है, फॉर द सेम टेबल। तो आउटर क्वेरी ये, लेट से अगर सब क्वेरी है, इसको हम इनर क्वेरी का पार्ट कहेंगे। तो इनर क्वेरी के पार्ट में द बुक टेबल इज बीइंग रेफरेंस्ड बाय टी अलायस, एंड इन द आउटर क्वेरी द बुक टेबल इज बीइंग रेफरेंस्ड बाय बी अलायस। ठीक है, तो दो दो अलायसेस हमने यूज किए हैं यहाँ पे। ठीक है, ये एक नोटिस कर सकते हैं चीज। सेकेंड थिंग इज कि यहाँ पे जनरली ऐसा नहीं होता, बट यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है कि आउटर क्वेरी जो है, आउटर क्वेरी का जो अलायस है वो हमने इनर क्वेरी में यूज किया है यहाँ पे बी डॉट प्राइस। ओके, ये जनरली नहीं होता। जब ऐसा होता है तब हम इसे को रिलेटेड सब क्वेरी कहते हैं। ठीक है, को रिलेटेड, प्लीज करेक्ट मी इफ माई स्पेलिंग इज रॉन्ग, को रिलेटेड सब क्वेरी। तो सबसे पहले एक को रिलेटेड सब क्वेरी को आइडेंटिफाई करना सीखते हैं, क्योंकि इसके जो प्रॉपर्टीज है वो कुछ अलग है। ठीक है, सो अगर हम यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखें, ओके, तो सिलेक्ट नेम क्लास मार्क्स फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स एस, वेर मार्क्स इक्वल टू इन ब्रैकेट सिलेक्ट मैक्स मार्क्स फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स वेर क्लास इक्वल टू एस डॉट क्लास। तो यहाँ पे भी बाहर डिफाइन किया है एस और यूज किया है इसके अंदर एस डॉट क्लास। सो दिस इज अ कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी। Then over here we have select name comma salary comma department ID from employees E where salary is greater than select average salary from employees where department ID is equal to E dot department ID. तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे थे कि उस क्लास में मैक्सिमम मार्क्स किसने लाया है। ठीक है, सिलेक्ट मैक्स मार्क्स फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स वेयर क्लास इक्वल टू एस डॉट क्लास। ठीक है, एंड इफ वी गेट दैट पर्टिकुलर marks for a particular student in S table, then his name would be there. So if there are three classes A, B, C, then the person with the most marks in class A will be there in our list. Then for the same will happen for B and for C. Okay. तो जैसे यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, सबसे पहले उस डिपार्टमेंट में सारे एम्प्लॉयज फिल्टर आउट कर रहे हैं, और फिर जो फिल्टर आउट होके एम्प्लॉयज आ रहे हैं, ठीक है, उनकी एवरेज सैलरी हम ले रहे हैं। ठीक है, उस डिपार्टमेंट के जो एम्प्लॉयज है उनकी एवरेज सैलरी हम ले रहे हैं। एंड देन वो करने के बाद हम देख रहे हैं कि जो एम्प्लॉय अभी अंडर कंसिडरेशन है, क्या उसकी सैलरी इज ग्रेटर देन दिस पर्टिकुलर सैलरी। ऐसे हर एक के साथ कर रहे हैं, हर एक एम्प्लॉय के साथ कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने लिखे हैं कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अ कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी। ठीक है, तो फर्स्टली इन अ कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी refers to the outer query or not. तो यहाँ पे है yes, it refers to the outer query, and a non correlated subquery डज नॉट रिफर टू अ आउटर क्वेरी, ठीक है। देन once per row of outer query, so executes how many times? once per row of outer query, ठीक है। आउटर क्वेरी में जितने रोज है उतने बार ये जो क्वेरी है वो रन होगी। कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी जो है, अंदर की जो क्वेरी है वो रन होगी, ठीक है। उसके बाद यहाँ पे नॉन कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी में ये जो नंबर है, ठीक है, ये नंबर है अ सिंगल टाइम, सिर्फ एक बार जो क्वेरी है वो रन होगी, ठीक है, नॉन कोरिलेटेड अगर है तो, ठीक है। और इसका यूज केस क्या है, ठीक है, कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी का यूज केस क्या है? तो जहां पे हमें रो बाय रो कंपैरिजन करना है वहां पे हम यूज कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। या फिर नॉन कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी का यूज केस क्या है? तो उसका यूज केस है कि इंडिपेंडेंट अगर हमें फिल्टरिंग करना है या फिर एग्रीगेशन करना है तो वो हम इससे कर सकते हैं। बट मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर अस फॉर नाउ is this particular point where the correlated subquery runs once per row of outer query, ठीक है। हम एक इंस्टेंस लेंगे आउटर क्वेरी का और उसके लिए यानी कि उस रो के लिए हम ये क्वेरी चलाएंगे, फिर हम दूसरी रो लेंगे, फिर उसके लिए ये चलाएंगे, फिर हम तीसरी रो लेंगे, फिर उसके लिए ये चलाएंगे, फिर हम चौथी रो लेंगे, फिर उसके लिए ये चलाएंगे, ऐसे हम करते जाएंगे, ठीक है। तो देखते हैं कि ये एग्जैक्टली कैसे होने वाला है। ओवर हियर वी हैव, I'll read the query once again. Okay. Select title from book as B, where select count star from book as T, where T dot price is greater than B dot price is less than 5. ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे कि एक टेबल बना देंगे, ठीक है। यहाँ पे मैं लिखूंगा B और यहाँ पे मैं लिखूंगा T और एक सैंपल टेबल बनाते हैं, फिर देखते हैं। तो लेट्स से हमारे पास ये टेबल है, ठीक है। सो बी में हमने सेव किया है ये टेबल T1 to T7 are basically the name of the books or let's say the titles, okay, and this is the price, okay, 2 6 7 10 5 4 3। Similarly E, क्योंकि यहाँ पे लिखा है कि from book as E, ठीक है, और from book as B, तो दोनों जगह क्या होगा, we are referring to the same टेबल बेसिकली। सो यहाँ पे भी 2 6 7 10 5 4 3 ऐसा हो, ठीक है। तो अब हम क्या करेंगे कि सब क्वेरी जब हम चलाएंगे तो बी डॉट प्राइस को एक वेरिएबल कंसिडर कर लो एंड बी डॉट प्राइस कैन बी एनी प्राइस ऑफ द टाइटल that we have in the first table. So b dot price can take what values? B dot price can take these values 2 6 7 10 5 4 3 one by one, okay। जैसे एक फॉर लूप होता है, ठीक है, जो हम इटरेट करते हैं और एक एक करके जो आई की वैल्यू होती है फॉर लूप में यानी कि इटरेटर की, तो वो वैल्यू बदलती जाती है, ठीक है। वैसे ही बी डॉट प्राइस यहाँ पे क्योंकि कोरिलेटेड पार्ट में आता है, रो बाय रो हमने पहले ही देखा है कि रो बाय रो अगर कुछ कंप्यूटेशन करनी है तो कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरी को यूज करते हैं। तो एक एक करके हम बी डॉट प्राइस की जगह T1 की प्राइस, T2 की प्राइस, T3 की प्राइस, T4 की प्राइस ऐसे रखने वाले हैं, ठीक है, और फिर सब क्वेरी को कंप्यूट करने वाले हैं एक एक करके, ठीक है। एक एक करके हम सब क्वेरी को कंप्यूट करेंगे और फिर हम वो टाइटल सेलेक्ट करेंगे जो क्राइटेरिया को मीट करते हैं, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली हमें वो चाहिए, ठीक है। तो देखते हैं। तो सबसे पहले मैं रखूंगा बी डॉट प्राइस की जगह रखते हैं 2 को, ठीक है। सो 2 इज द प्राइस, ठीक है। नाउ सिलेक्ट काउंट स्टार फ्रॉम बुक एज ई वेयर टी डॉट प्राइस इज ग्रेटर देन 2, ओके। तो हमें काउंट करना है कि अगर टी कितने बुक्स ऐसे हैं जिनकी जो प्राइस है वो 2 से ज्यादा है, ठीक है। कितने ऐसे बुक्स हैं कि इसका मतलब ये है कि सिलेक्ट काउंट स्टार फ्रॉम बुक एज टी वेयर टी डॉट प्राइस इज ग्रेटर देन बी डॉट प्राइस, जो अभी के लिए 2 है। एक एक करके हम सारे वैल्यूज रखेंगे। so T dot price is greater than 2. Okay, so the answer to this question is that uh, we have over here, is 2 greater than 2? No. Is 2, sorry, is 6 is greater than 2? Yes. Is 7 greater than 2? Yes. Is 10 greater than 2? Yes. Is 5 greater than 2? Yes. Is 4 greater than 2? Yes. Is 3 greater than 2? Yes. ठीक है, तो एक एक करके हमने सारे जो टी के वैल्यूज थे वो इसके साथ कंपेयर कर दिए, और अब इनका काउंट लेना है हमें। ठीक है, सो व्हाट विल बी द काउंट ऑफ दीज 1 2 3 4 5 6? So this entire expression will evaluate to 6. Okay, this entire expression will evaluate to 6. And is 6 less than 5? The answer is no. Hence, जो अभी का टाइटल था T1, हमने अभी ये सिलेक्ट किया था, तो अभी का जो टाइटल था T1 वो हम यहाँ पे क्या ले सकते हैं? So the answer is no. We cannot consider T1 title, so it is not selected. Okay, now let's move on to the next B dot price. Okay, let's move on to the next B dot price. Okay, so the next B dot price is 6. So title is T2 and B dot price is 6. So for this, let's keep 6 over here and let's see how many prices in T, how many books are there who are, or which are more expensive than this value 6. Okay, so 2 greater than 6? No. 6 greater than 6? No. 7 greater than 6? Yes. 10 greater than 6? Yes. 5 greater than 6? No. 4 greater than 6? No. 3 greater than 6? No. Okay, so only 7 and 10 is greater than 6. So we will get count star in this particular query. We will get count star. So only 2 books are satisfying this condition, that they are more expensive than the book having the title T2 and price 6. So this entire subquery will evaluate to 2. Okay, now is 2 is 2 less than 5? Okay, is 2 less than 5? Because that is the next thing that we need to do. Yes, it is less than 5, which means this title that we have selected from book as B, that is title T2, will be there in our answer. So I'll write the answer over here. So T2 will be there with us. Okay, then let's move on to the next. Okay, I'll write that again, don't worry. So let's move on to the next uh, book. Okay, so we have T2. Now let's move on to the next book, which is T3. Okay, now we'll just kind of try to speed. Let's just speed this up. Okay, so T3 7 is the next book. Okay, so from outer query we get T3 and 7. So B dot price becomes 7. Okay, now let's check. So 2 greater than 7, no. 6 greater than 7, no. 7 greater than 7, no. 10 greater than 7, yes. 5 greater than 7, no. 4 greater than 7, no. 3 greater than 7, no. Okay, so we have got one book which is greater than 7. So this becomes 1. Now since this becomes 1, 1 is less than 5 is true, yes. So we have got our next book which is E3. Okay, so the next book that we have is T3. Okay, okay, now let's check out T4, which is 10. So we'll place inside B dot price, we'll place 10. So T dot price must be greater than 10. How many such books exist? We have to count those many books in the table T. So let's search our table T. So 10 is greater than 2. No, no. Okay, I'll just save some time over here. 10 is the maximum over here. Okay, so there is no book which is more expensive than 10. Okay, so this query will give us 0 and 0 is less than 5. So this book with title as T4 will be included. Okay, that would be included in our answer. Okay, now we have T5 being 5. Okay, so B dot price is 5. Let's check the table. T dot price should be greater than 5. So how many books? Okay, so we have how many books? Not this, not this, not this. Okay, this is greater than 5. This is also greater than 5. This is greater than 5. That's it. So 3 books greater than 5. So 5 also satisfies our condition. So 5, which is basically T6, T6 will also be not T6, actually T5. T5 will also be a member. Okay. Now let's check out T6. Okay. So title is T6 and the B dot price is 4. So let's keep 4 over here. And now let's iterate through the entire table because that's what we have to do in this subquery. See, think of it like a normal query. Okay. Now this subquery is a normal query. This subquery now after you put the value is a normal query. Okay. Select count star from book as T where T dot price is greater than 4. So how many books exist whose price is greater than 4 is what we are asking, and we are counting those many books. That's all that we are doing. So this is now like a normal query. It will run like a normal query. Once we put that B dot price inside, okay, we have put that value, we have converted that variable thing into a constant, then it becomes a normal subquery. Okay, just keep this in mind. Okay, so P dot price is greater than 4. So how many books have greater than 4? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 books. Okay, but this, so this entire subquery would return 5. And is 5 less than 5? The answer is no. So P6 will not be included. Okay, P6 will not be included. Okay, now we have our last book, which is T7. So how many books have are more expensive than this particular book? So we have not this, 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 and not this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the answer is 5. 5 books are more expensive than the value 3. Okay, so 5 is again not less than 5. So it does not satisfy this particular where condition. So the where condition is not satisfied for T7 and 3. So we will again not include that in our answer. But the books T2, T3, T4, and T5 satisfy this particular condition. Okay. So this is what we have got. Okay. Now just uh, just think. Okay, what exactly have we obtained over here? Okay. So T2 has price 6, T3 has price 7, T4 has price 10, and T5 has price 5. So these are one of the most expensive books. Okay, these are one of the most expensive books that there are out there. Okay, so that is what we have obtained. Title of the now the question is title of the 4 most expensive books or titles of the 5 most expensive books. Okay, that is the question. Okay, let's think a little. Okay, firstly, what we are doing basically over here is that we are saying that okay, I have a book with me. Okay, how many books are more expensive than this book? Okay, firstly, we are saying that for some books we get the value as 3, for some books we get the value as 4. Okay, so what all books will satisfy this particular value? Okay, so we may get the answer as 0. Okay, we may get the answer as 1, as 2, as 3, as 4, as 5, as 6. Okay, uh, okay, I hope this is visible, otherwise I'll just erase some part, or okay, I'll write over here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what is the cutoff? So this indicates how many books are more expensive than that particular book that is under consideration. Okay, so if that value, this is basically what this subquery will give us. Okay, now what is the where condition? The where condition is this result that we have obtained from the subquery that should be less than 5. So that should be less than 5. So even 5 is not included. If we get the answer as 5, even that is not included. Okay. So what that means is if the output is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we will accept. Okay. And now one more thing that we have over here is that the prices, that the titles and prices of different, like the prices are basically different, right? The prices of all the books are different. Okay. Assuming that no two books have the same price, they are all different, which means we will get a order which is something like this. Okay, strictly we will get some difference and we will get an order. So something like this is not possible, that you have, let's say, three books who are at the top. Okay, so they have 0, 0, 0. Okay, three books at the top. Then suddenly you have the second most expensive book, which is basically three books below. So then you get 3, and then you get 4 or something like that. Then you get 4 and then another 4 and then maybe another 4 because the price is same. So in this case, you will not get the top 5. Okay, you will not get the top 5 books, top 5 most expensive books, right? So you won't, so these values that we have obtained, those are unique. There is no repetition of this result of the subquery. There is no repetition. That is why, and there would be repetition if two books had the same price. Okay, so this book also has 0 books above that this book, and that book also has 0 books which are more expensive than this particular book. Okay, so this will never happen in our case because we've been given the condition that no two books have the same price. So we can assume that this is the only possible order that we will get amongst any books that you give me which are of different prices. Okay, they will have a strict relation between them, that A is greater than B is greater than C is greater than D is greater than E. So there will be a strict relation and there would be 0 books, either 0 books, 1 book, 2 book, 3 book or 4 books above that particular price range. Okay, so then how many books are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Okay, so we are getting the top 5 books basically. Okay, so uh, title of the 5 most expensive books. That is basically what we are getting over here. Okay? So that's what we are getting. Title of the 5 most expensive books. Why 5 most expensive books? What change would I have to do if I wanted to make this the 5 least expensive books? Okay. So what I can do over here is, instead of this less than symbol, okay, where over here actually I'm comparing T dot price is greater than B dot price, right? What if I compare T dot price is less than B dot price? Okay, so this is basically giving me how many books do there are there who are below me when I consider the price. Okay, how many books are there which are below me? Okay, so I'll get some answers. 3 books below me, 4 books below me, 7 books, not 7 books, that's not possible. 6 books below me, 5 books below me, 4 books below me, right? So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the price. Okay, over here also, this was the price, right? The price, as the price increases, your value, this particular output that you get from the query, that value decreases. Okay, that is how we have found out that if this should be less than 5, then this is the cutoff. Okay, now this should be, what should this value be? So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What this value should be? This should be less than 5. Okay, and 0 of course. This should be less than 5. So these are the books that we have. So these are on the lower end of the price range. So these are basically the 5 least expensive books. Okay, I'm sure that this would not be visible to you. So what I'll do is I'll just uh, Okay, I hope now it is visible. uh, okay, let me just copy paste this and I'll paste it over here. Okay, so what I want to say over here is that the result that we have, that if that is small, that means actually that you have an expensive book because there is no one above you. Okay, so over here what we are measuring in this particular small variation that we did, what we were doing is that we were checking if T dot price is less than B dot price, how many such books exist. So if there are more books below you, that means you are on the higher side. That means you are more expensive, right? So I wrote this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the price range is this. Okay, so if there are more books below you, then you are more pricey. Okay, you are more expensive, and if there are less number of books, then you are cheaper. Okay, so you have this 654321 and then this should be less than 5, so it cannot be 6, it cannot be 5 over here. So we get the bottom layer. Okay, the bottom 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the bottom 5 books that exist are basically chosen. Okay, and those are the least expensive books. So that is how this entire problem can be solved. So the final answer that we will get would be option number B, which is titles of the 5 most expensive books. Also, there is one more thing. Instead of doing all this, instead of using the subquery and stuff, what can we do? So simply what we could have done is select name comma salary from employees and order by salary descending limit 3. So we can simply use basically limit. Okay. So जैसे यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि select count star from, यहाँ पे वही चीज की है, ठीक है. Select count star from employees T where E dot salary is greater than E dot salary. Okay. So in the sub query हमें क्या मिलता है कि कितने लोग ऐसे हैं कि जिनकी सैलरी मेरे सैलरी से ज्यादा है. ठीक है, तो मुझे कोई नंबर मिलेगा, तो दैट शुड बी लेस देन 3. So in the case where everybody has a different salary, I would choose the top 3. In that case, the top 3, uh, that is the value return should be 0, 1 or 2. So the top 3 employees with respect to salary would be chosen, okay, in this particular query, right? But the thing is कि there is a simpler way to do this. तो इसका आसान uh, इसको आसान वे में कैसे कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम करेंगे फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉयज, सबसे पहले ऑर्डर बाय करेंगे सैलरी और फिर डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में लेंगे लिमिट 3. तो उससे क्या होगा, ऑर्डर बाय हमने कर लिया है तो सॉर्ट कर दिया है और फिर बस पहले 3 जो है वो हमने लिए हैं, तो हमें मिल जाएंगे टॉप 3 एम्प्लॉयज. सिमिलरली बुक्स के केस में भी हम वही कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. बट अगर हमें ऑर्डर बाय और लिमिट नहीं यूज करना, तो वी कैन यूज दिस अप्रोच. ओके, but the final answer is D, which is titles of the 5 most expensive books. That is what this particular query gives us. Thank you.